Hi loves, it's Lois Addah. In today's video, I will show you step by step on how to make a wide leg palazzo baggy pants using a simple and beginner friendly techniques. This tutorial is perfect for beginners, fashion students and anyone who wants to sew trousers for personal use or for sale. So let's get started. So we are using a crepe fabric of 2 yards, and so we folded the fabric into two with the measurement 17 3/4. The tie circumference is divided by 2. After dividing, we got 15 3/4. So we added 2 inches to it to have 17 3/4. So that is what we folded on the table, and then we took our measurement from minus 1.5 to the full length of the trouser, which is 39 inches, and then we added 2 inches at the lower part for seam allowance. So we are going to mark our crotch length. So the crotch length we are working with is 10.5. So because it is a palazzo pant, we are going to add half an inch to it, which gives us 11. From minus 1.5, we placed our tape and marked 11 inches and drew a straight line. On that straight line we drew, the crotch line, we had to mark 1 inch for seam allowance. Then we have to divide our hip 47 divided by 4, which gave us 11.58. So I placed my tape from that seam allowance line and marked 11.58. Okay, now 11.58 plus 1 inch is giving us 12.58. Mark that 12.58 at the upper part, which is the waistline, and then go inwards by half an inch. Connect that line with a straight ruler. So after connecting it, it is time for us to impute our tie circumference. So the tie we are working with is 31.5 divided by 2, which gives us 15 3/4. So I am marking the 15 3/4 at that same line. So I will use my armhole curve to connect it with a little curve. Don't make the curve too big so that you will not have a funny shape around that area. So to get our knee length, we are going to place our tape from the crotch length down to the hem of the trouser. That's the actual length of the trouser, which is 28.5. So 28.5 divided by 2 is giving us 14 1/4. So I have to mark 14 1/4. On that line of 14 1/4, I came up by 2 inches. So when I placed my tape to the length of the trouser, I got 16.5. So I have to mark 16.5 all the way down. So we divided the tie by 2. So when we divided the tie by 2, we got 778. So I had to mark 778 all the way down so that we are going to get the midpoint of the trouser. So I used my ruler to connect it from the knee downwards. So the knee circumference is 30. 30 divided by 2 is giving us 15. So that 15 divided by 2 is giving us 7.5. So place your tape at 7.5 at the midpoint and then mark 7.5 on each side. So what we used for the knee circumference was what we used for the hem of the trouser, which is 7.5 on both sides. So I have to mark it. So after marking it, I use my pant curve to connect all the lines. So from the crotch extension down to the knee, from the knee down to the hem of the trouser. So we'll do the same for the side. Now for the upper part, the waist area, I have to go inwards by 1 inch. So see what I'm doing, mark 1 inch at that point and then connect it to the hip area. Then from the hip area to the knee area, from the knee area down to the hem of the trouser. Okay, so after marking, we are going to cut what we have all out. So this is me trying to mark what we have. So after marking, we are going to cut it out. But before we cut it out, at the upper part of the trouser, the waist area, you see that crotch line. Okay, I'm going to come down by half an inch so that that side will not be too long. Come down by half an inch, and at the side area, that place I place my tape, mark half an inch. So this is me connecting it. After connecting it, we are going to cut what we have all out. Okay, so please let me know in the comment section if you would like me to guide you personally on a project of your choice. I read all my comments and use them to plan ahead of what to stitch next. So after cutting the front panel, we are going to place it on the back panel and add our seam allowances. So we have placed our fabric for the back panel. So from -1.5 we have the total length of 41.5, and we folded the fabric into 20 inches. So this is it, 20 inches unfold from -1.5, while the upper part is 2 inches for our butt rise. So we've placed the front panel on the back panel. Okay, so from that crotch line we are going to take our crotch extension. I drew the straight line from the crotch extension from the front first of all, and went down by ½ inch and then slanted it by ½ inch, meaning that the crotch extension is not straight. So we are going to take the crotch extension measurements. So divide your hip by 2. So the hip we are working with is 11¾ So I'm dividing that 11¾ by 2 by folding my tape, and then I marked the midpoint. You see that midpoint, place your hip measurement again of 11¾ and mark that line. So whatever you get, mark it, that's your crotch extension. So in this case I have 2 inches as my crotch extension. So at that crotch line I have to take or add my measurement of 1.5. Going to that curvy area I had to take 3/4, upper part 1.5. So I used my free hand to connect. So if you have a ruler, please use your ruler to connect. So after connecting, getting to that curvy area, I'm going to use my armhole curve to sink that curve in. So place the upper part a little bit and curve it into that ½ inch that you went down. Okay, so next I'm going to take the butt rise of 1.5. From that 1.5 for the butt rise, I'm going to connect it to the waist area, the side waist. Okay, so this is me connecting it. So after connecting it, we are going to go to the knee area. For the back, I'm going to add 2 inches seam allowance. So I'll mark 2 inches seam allowance at that point, and I will mark 2 inches seam allowance at the hemline. Then I'm going to use my straight ruler to connect those lines. So after joining those lines, we are going to cut what we have all out. So if you've watched up to this point, please subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell so that you will not miss out on any of our beautiful tutorials. We also post easy sewing tutorials on this channel every week. So please subscribe to my channel, it will encourage me to do more. So after cutting the back panel entirely, we are going to separate the back panel from that of the front and then remove that half. So we are done cutting for both the front and the back panel. So this is the front and this is the back panel. Okay, so we are going to remove the back panel and talk about the front panel. So this particular trouser is not going to have any pockets. So at that crotch line area, we are going to use ½ inch to sew it and iron it out. So this is the back panel right now. So we are going to do the same. We are going to sew ½ inch on that crotch line down to the crotch extension. We'll bring it. So after sewing, this is what we have. See how neat the inside is. The back panel is ready. So this is the front panel. We are going to place right side facing each other. So after placing the right side facing each other, we are going to hold one side of it. Just the part I'm holding, we are going to sew it ½ inch and sew this other part ½ inch, and then the crotch extension, the down part of it, we are going to hold it, align the two lines and sew downwards. So we'll bring it and then we'll fold the downside and show it. So we are done sewing the sides and the down part of the trouser, including the folding of the downside. So it is time for us to measure the circumference of the waist. So when we measure the circumference, we got 45¾ which we use to prepare the band. Okay, so the band is on fold. We folded ½ inch inwards and what is left is 1.5. So we cut 2 inches and folded ½ inch inwards. So the total waist we are working with is 38 inches, while we cut the elastic to be 28¼ So we are going to fold the elastic into 2. We are going to place it on each other and sew it in a square manner. After sewing it, we are going to put it inside of the waistband. So after putting it inside of the waistband, we are going to put the waist of the trouser inside that same waistband, just the way we normally do. and then we are going to pin it and use half an inch to sew it all the way around. After sewing it, we'll bring it and show you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like this video, give this video a thumbs up, share this video to someone who loves sewing, and please subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next video. Tap the video next right here to enjoy more sewing tutorials with Lois Addah.